105mm shells from an Allied attack on German lines, 1916. Trucks with sawn 1,000-year-old sequoias. This was in the USA, North Bend, in 1943. An anchor from the Nemi ship was discovered in Lake Nemi, which is where it gets its name, near Rome, Italy. It was a Roman ceremonial barge built by Emperor Caligula 2,000 years ago. The Central Intelligence Agency revealed a heart attack gun in 1975. It was a gun that fired a dart made of frozen water and shellfish toxin. Once the dart was inside someone's body, it would melt, leaving just a small red mark on the victim. The official cause of death would always be a heart attack. A parade of returning fighters from the famous 369th Colored Infantry is happening at the Flatiron Building in New York City during World War I. A bomb squad removes a pipe bomb at the Times Square Paramount Theater. It was left by serial bomber George Metesky, who terrorized New York for 17 years. This happened in December of 1956. French actor Alain Delon's practicing his signature from the film Purple Noon in 1960. Men of the South African police clash with members of the neo-Nazi Afrikaner Weerstandsbeweging, or AWB, during an attempt by the AWB to interrupt a National Party meeting. This happened in Ventersdorp, South Africa, on the 9th of August, 1991. Civilians are confronting a Soviet tank near the Vilnius TV tower during the January 13th events in Vilnius, Lithuania, in 1991. It's an advertisement for a Hungarian refrigerator from 1969. Paris, 1950, the most beautiful legs competition. An Iranian general is showing off his physical fitness. This was in Iran during the 1980s. There's a group of Eskimo dancers in ceremonial costumes. They're performing the Kaviagamat wolf dance in Alaska in 1914. New York City, 1947. The cafeteria staff would cook the food fresh in the background. Then they would put the plate in the coin-operated door mechanism. The original Waldorf Astoria Hotel, which was once the largest hotel in the world, was demolished in 1929 to make way for the Empire State Building. Courtney Cox, 1985. Here's a description of circus performers George Moore, the living skeleton, and Fred Howe, the fat man. The photo was taken in 1897. Two Red Army soldiers are sharing a kiss against the backdrop of Stalin in 1946 Kaliningrad. Linda Carter as a blonde in the new original Wonder Woman from 1975. The Beatles with a Snowman, 1964. This is behind the scenes of the 1996 Team USA basketball. June 10, 1940. Italy declares war on France and the United Kingdom. New York around 1905. There's a bulldog on the beach, Coney Island. Robert De Niro, Giorgio Armani, and Martin Scorsese on the set of Casino, 1995. An authentic photo of Billy the Kid playing croquet, 1878. Martin Scorsese on the set of Taxi Driver, 1976. British High Commissioner of Palestine, Herbert Samuel, with British officials and Jerusalem church leaders in 1922. Rasho Crane, drummer for the 7th Wisconsin Infantry. He was 15 years old when he died as a prisoner of war in Andersonville Prison. He's buried in the Andersonville National Cemetery. A woman, an inmate of Belsen concentration camp, kisses the hand of Army Film and Photographic Unit cameraman, Lieutenant Martin Wilson, on liberation. Paris, 1950. A garbage truck. Patty McGee, the world's first female pro skateboarder, in 1965. A lunatic's chair. It was given to patients who had poor behavior or wild outbursts in a Dutch mental hospital in 1938. Alfred Lowenstein, The Man Who Fell to Earth, 1928. A cheese market in Alkmaar, that's in the Netherlands, in 1900. Civil rights leaders meet with President John F. Kennedy in the Oval Office of the White House after the March on Washington, D.C. on August 28, 1963. Sophie Marceau, 1996. The New York Daily News on May 7, 1937, reported on the Hindenburg disaster. The scene at Lakehurst, New Jersey, was a fiery one. The airship, the Hindenburg, was consumed by flames. There were 101 people on board. Cadillac Eldorado Brougham, 1955. This car was designed to be the most expensive, ultra-luxurious vehicle, featuring unique trim and maximum equipment. Its prototype was displayed at the 1955 Motorama exhibition. Japan, 1910s, a Taiyu, a Japanese courtesan, and 2 Komuro, or child attendants. James Donnelly, also known as James Darley, was a child laborer born in Shotley Bridge. He was arrested at 16 years old for stealing some shirts and sentenced to 2 months behind bars for the crime. They're preparing boots for British soldiers on the home front in 1914. Marines with 3 M23 and 124 training aids at Camp Pendleton, October 1956. Girls with a tenor register brass instrument, Washington, D.C., 1928. Actress Janet Leigh with her daughter Jamie Lee Curtis on September 29, 1979. Seiko TV 1982, Watches from the Future. Some young women are window shopping at Turner's store in Tallahassee, Florida, United States in 1956. Jewish youth are dancing. It's Circassia, a dance style from the Caucasus that Jewish pioneers picked up and brought to Palestine. They're in Werkdorp Nieuwesluis, Wieringermeer, Netherlands, around 1938. There's a boy and a girl, and they're playing at fixing a toy car. This was sometime during the 1950s. Jennifer Connelly from the 1980s. A girl's hanging her kittens on a washing line in 1931. Bjork, 1991. There's a woman serving hot drinks to people. She's running a makeshift cafe in a street market. It's the Warsaw Ghetto during World War II. The papal crown, or tiara, was placed on the head of a pope for the last time in 1963. Paul VI was the last pope to undergo a coronation. Elizabeth II with her son Aberdeenshire, Scotland, 1952. The Department of Social Welfare, Prague, 1937. Serial killer Ted Bundy stands as he's sentenced by Miami Judge Edward Cowart, Florida, July 31, 1979. Princess Gurama, who lived from 1841 to 1864, was the daughter of the former Raja of Coorg. She was baptized in the chapel at Buckingham Palace on July 1, 1852, and was given the name Victoria, with Queen Victoria as her sponsor. Salma Hayek in Dusk Till Dawn, 1996. During a heat wave in Paris in 1928. Paulo Gorza was a German serial killer. He was active in Nazi-era Berlin from 1939 to 1941. He took advantage of the wartime blackouts to commit his crimes. This photograph, made by an unknown press photographer, shows civil rights protesters John Lewis and John Zwerg in Montgomery, Alabama, after they were attacked for their participation in a freedom ride on May 20, 1961. Countess di Castiglione, around 1863 to 1866. Frank Mann, an African-American engineer and friend of Howard Hughes, really shaped aviation and mechanics. He trained Tuskegee Airmen and was the first black commercial pilot. Win Ben Stein's Money ran for 6 seasons, starting in 1997. A German Jewish World War I veteran wears his Iron Cross while a Nazi soldier stands in front of his shop for intimidation. The year is 1933. The punk subculture in Soviet Estonia during the 1980s. During 1940, it's about Chinese child soldiers during World War II. It looks like there were horse-drawn wagons of German refugees. They were from Königsberg and were being evacuated. This happened during the Soviet offensives into East Prussia in January 1945. All right, there's a human hamster wheel from 1936. Leo Tolstoy, Maxim Gorky, and Anton Chekhov. Alexei Pajitnov, a Soviet programmer, invented the game Tetris in the 1980s. The Washington Star, on November 4, 1924, had an election night crowd. A Greek woman poses for a portrait wearing all her jewelry. Some of it looks like gold and silver. This was taken around the 1920s. The image is in color, done by Autochrome. Male pilot Wild Bill, 1926. Late 90s rave scene. Children in Paris celebrating the liberation of Paris in August 1944. The eruption of Sakurajima volcano in Japan, 1914. It's a 1967 Oldsmobile 70X Toronado. After the war was declared in 1914, there were female bricklayers in Britain. Spanish actress Carmen Sevilla takes the honorary kickoff of the match between Alianza Lima and Sheffield United in 1967. Joe Exotic, the Tiger King, is standing outside of his pet store in 1997. Fishing with cormorants, China, 1946. Trained cormorants dive for fish, an ancient method still alive in China and Japan. (1992) in the Simpsons writing room. Wounded German soldiers are listening to Joseph Goebbels' total war speech at the Berlin Sports Palace in February 1943. Paparazzi are taking pictures of Bill Clinton's cat, Socks, in 1992. Child soldiers in Angola are taking a break. The year is 1976. It's a traditional rural wedding from the 1920s or 1930s. It took place in Subcarpathian Ruthenia, Czechoslovakia, which is now modern-day Ukraine. The Crystal Palace in London was originally erected in Hyde Park, London, for the 1851 World's Fair. Gwyneth Paltrow, Ben Affleck, and Liv Tyler, 1998. There's a crowd in Berlin celebrating the start of the Great War in August 1914. The winner of the Miss Flashbulb contest gets crowned. The winner is smiling as she accepts her crown. She's wearing a long dress. She's also holding flowers. The person crowning her is wearing a suit. There are other people in the background. The Terex 3319 Titan dump truck. It's a Canadian dump truck made by Terex, built in 1974. After it was made, and for a long time, it was the biggest and heaviest duty vehicle in the world. A procession of nuns. Frankfurt, Germany, 1964. Donald Trump's mother was an immigrant chasing the American dream. She was from Scotland in the 1930s. Larry Flynt during his presidential run, 1983. He's running for president. Trams stuck in the snow, Komsomolsk on Amur, 1960s. A member of Gaddafi's personal female bodyguards, part of the Revolutionary Nuns, also known as the Amazon Guard, in 1999, Libya. Hungarian soldiers set the Hungarian flag at the new Polish-Hungarian border after the invasion of Carpatho, Ukraine, in March of 1939. President Franklin D. Roosevelt and Liberian President Edwin Barclay are inspecting troops. They're at an airstrip outside Monrovia, Liberia. The date is January 27, 1943. The first Miss Olympia was held on August 30, 1980. After years of negotiation, women finally had their own space to compete. Letitia Casta from the 1990s. At culinary school in the USSR. Two NASA engineers are in a wind tunnel hangar at Ames Research Center, 1960. A woman is wearing a traditional costume. This is from Russia, the 1890s. There's a Best Dressed Teddy Boy competition at Nottingham in 1956. A worker turns a platform with a steam locomotive. This took place in Ireland in 1960. Fritz Lang is on the set of Metropolis in 1926. A Glass of Milk for the Cat, Amsterdam, 1953. Posters of Mao Zedong, Ho Chi Minh, and Georgy Malenkov were hanging on a wall in Hanoi after the communist takeover of the city in late 1954. There's a Navajo man dressed as To Nani Li, the rain god of the Navajo people. This deity is known for having fun and playing tricks. This was around 1904. All right, so it's inside a female student's dorm room at Indiana University in 1948. On August 1st, 1941, the first Army Jeep is produced. A policeman is checking the driving license of a driver who has a cat with them. This happened in Great Britain in 1936. The first hijacking in Japan's history involved 9 gangsters. They used artificial toys to hijack 131 people and successfully fled abroad. In 1996, Princess Diana flew to Greece for the funeral of the 27-year-old Giannis Kaliviotis, who lost the battle against cystic fibrosis. She had met him at Royal Brompton Hospital and was extremely moved by his determination to live. Daliborka Stojcic, Miss Universe of Yugoslavia, is standing with a JNA MiG-21 F-13. This was in 1968. This is about a Chevrolet Turbo Titan III with a gas turbine engine. The series was canceled because of new emission restrictions in 1960. A Polish boy is carrying loaves of bread. This happened in Iran, sometime between 1942 and 1945. The bread was provided by the Red Cross. Hillary Rodham Clinton, Wellesley College, Massachusetts, 1969. Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder, 1991.